Hey there, welcome back, buddy. Have you ever wondered what is the use of this session activation record checkbox when we're creating the permission sets? And that is what we are going to see in this particular video. So I want you to imagine as like a permission set is having a switch, and whenever this particular checkbox is made as true, the default state of the switch will be in off. So even though when you're assigning the permission set to the user, if the status of the switch is turned off, it won't have any effect on the user's permission. Now, in order to turn on the switch, you have to activate the permission set. But remember, this activation is only for the current user's login session. Let's say the user logged out of the system and logging in again, the default status will be back to off and the permission set will not have any effect on the user's permission. But let's say if the session activation required is turned off, so that's how we usually create the permission sets. The status of the switch will always be on, which means that whenever you're assigning this permission set to the user, it will be effective without any activation. So in order to revoke the access, we have to remove the user from the permission set itself. Now that we have seen some activation is required in order to make the switch on, what does that activation actually mean? So it is nothing but we have an object known as session permission set activation. In this particular object, we have to create a record or insert a record by providing the currently logged in user session ID and also by providing the permission set ID for which we are activating it. Let's understand this particular concept with a scenario. Now the use case is that I have created an object known as meal booking. So in order for the staff to have access to this particular object, they should be inside the campus. And I do also have created a permission set with this particular checkbox has been enabled. And here in this permission set, I do also give access to the meal booking object. And not only that, and I have already assigned this permission set to the users, like to myself and to the finance head. So even though I have assigned this permission set to the user, you can see I have logged in as the user in another browser. I'm not seeing that mail booking object at all because even though the permission set is assigned to it, it's not yet activated. So let me just show you this as well. In the users detail page, you can see the list of permission sets has been assigned to that particular user, right? Here you can see a separate section which is permission set assignments activation required. And I do also created an LWC component for this use case. So what this LWC component will be doing is that it will be detecting the user's location, and if the state is Karnataka, it will be activating this specific permission set. So let me just walk you through the code as well. This is my LWC component where I am getting the current user's location, which is latitude and longitude, and passing it to a specific Apex class. And here you can see I'm accepting the latitude, longitude, and permission set name. And first I'm making the call out to this specific API where it is accepting the latitude and longitude, and it is returning certain informations like city, state, country, and all. For this use case, I'm just using the state attribute. Here I'm checking whether the is location allowed, which is a separate method. This is just checking whether the state is Karnataka, and accordingly it will return true or false. So if it is returning false, we are just returning it here itself, making the status as denied. If the state is Karnataka, we are proceeding with the activation of the permission set. And in this method, you can see first I'm querying the permission set and I'm getting certain information like current logged in user's session ID and all. And also I'm checking whether the activation for the current session is already there or not. If it is there, I'm returning it. Yes. This is the very important point where we have to concentrate. I'm creating an instance of this session permission activation and I'm assigning the session ID as well as the permission set ID and I'm inserting it. So this is how we will be activating a permission set. Now I have logged in as this particular finance set user. Now I am trying to access the meal booking object. And you can see that this particular user is not having access to this particular custom object which I built. Now before activating the permission set, let me just show you this query where I'm querying on the session permission set activation object. Currently there are only 4 records. Just make note of it. Now going back to that Edge browser where I have logged in as finance set and I'm clicking on this button. So it is asking me for the permission. Let me allow it. So behind the scene, it is getting the latitude and longitude of my location, passing it to the API, and the API returns the state. So as the state is Karnataka, the access was granted and a record would have been created under this particular object. Let me just click on run export now. And now you can see there are 5 records available in this particular object, which means that permission set activation was successfully granted for this particular user. Now let me just refresh the page to check whether the meal booking object is available for this user or not. And yes, now this user can access the meal booking object. Awesome. Now let me just log out as this particular user. Let me re-log in and show it to you whether the object is still accessible for this user or not. So again, I have logged in as the finance head user. Let me try accessing the meal booking object. And now you can see that this particular user is not having access to the meal booking object, which concludes that permission set activation is specific to a user's login session. If user logs out and log in again, he need to activate it again to gain the permission. So just now I activated, let me refresh and show it to you. Now the user is having access to the meal booking object. Awesome. One thing that you need to be aware of is that we have to assign the user to the permission set even in order to activate it. Let's say you are removing this user from the permission set, and if the user is trying to activate it, we will be getting an error. And one final thing that I wanted to show you is that even in the flow level, we can activate a permission set by using these standard actions available in the flow level. And now I believe you would have got an understanding what is the use of session activation required checkbox in the permission set. I'll be leaving this PPT link and also the code base for the LWC and Apex class in the description for you to check out. And yes, that's it for this video. See you next video. Thank you. Bye bye.